started filming because it gets tricky when I then try and set it up. So I'm just doing some card class prep, and I've not done a live for a little while, so I thought I'd just pop on. If anyone's around and wanted to have a chat, feel free to pop on and chat along with me. So I'll probably repeat myself because nobody's here at the moment, but I've got a class tonight at church, and although I've designed the card, I've not actually done the preparation for it, and my camera looks a little bit fuzzy, so I might have to give that I don't know if I can give it a wipe where it is in situ. Hi Shaz, lovely to see you. I'm just popping on for a bit of company really, and I've left my notifications on as you can hear, so thank you for hopping on, nice to see you. I just thought if anyone's around this time of day, they can come and have a chat, and I can get to see a few people while prepping and getting stuff done at the same time. Nice bit of multitasking, as we all like to do. So I'm just kind of having to think as I go along how much I need to prep for my class, because obviously you've got to leave the ladies to do some of the actual crafting themselves, and not do all the preparation for them. So the card is this here. This is the card that I've designed. I think I am going to have to clean my screen. See if I can get a rag on the screen and clean the camera. Hi Anne, nice to see you. Excuse me a minute while I just try and clean you up a bit. Hi Sharon. Ah, nice to see you all. So this is the card I'm prepping for tonight, and so I've cut out my Lost Lagoon layer, and I'm cutting out these giant postcards here, which I thought would suit the frame for these. And I've just got to figure out, like I said, how much prep to do for the ladies, because I've got to leave them to do something as well. So I'm just kind of excuse me, playing it by ear. So they need a piece of card to cut out their bicycle, and they're going to need a piece of card to do their embossing and some more stamping. So yeah. I don't know why I made it. I feel like it's a little bit complicated, but we just kind of work it out as we go. Nice to see you all. How are you? Let me know what you're up to today. Just wondering if I can recycle some of my scraps. So I've done the outside. The next thing I need to think about is this layer here, which they'll need to pretty much, I'm going to have to trust them to tear it. So it's probably, no, it's 10 centimetres by about, if I do 10 by 7, and then they'll have to tear it. So that's quite a skill actually, tearing. I know it sounds, I don't mean to sound patronising by saying that, but when you come to tear a card, it doesn't always tear how you want it to. So if I cut some 10 by 7s, I do cut. You can cut 2 layers at a time usually on, like this is just the normal, very vanilla. So if I do 7, that's good, that's all 7s by 10s. So I'm still, I still do my class at home. Oops, sliding the wrong bit out there. And I do my church class. So it is 7 by 10. It just looked really small when I came to measure it up. I did a class the other day with Ruth, the altered canvas class. That was good fun. I'll show you that in a minute, and if I get a chance I might even stick my flowers on or decide what I'm going to do with that, but I'll show you if you remind me later. So these bits are from here, and they're going to have to tear and emboss and stamp, so there's quite a lot involved with that. I'm wondering whether I need to cut out their, no, I can't cut their bikes out as well. Oh well, this is going to be the intermediate class. they're going to have to learn to step it up a little bit. So So what's everyone up to today? Let me know. Did you celebrate Mother's Day or do you not celebrate it? Maybe you're not in the UK. So it was Mothering Sunday this last Sunday gone. Had a busy weekend. We had Troy's birthday. He's 19 on Friday. But we're going to sort of do a bit more celebrating this weekend because it's a bit of a busy day on Friday. I'm taking refresher driving lessons to get me back up to speed with my driving, and so I had that in the morning, and then I had a chest x-ray. So yeah, and then although he was at home, he had some studies to do anyway. So it was a bit of a busy day on Friday, and then Saturday we had my in-laws came round for like a Mother's Day lunch, and Matt managed to pick up some sort of pre-marinated lamb shanks in the reduced section from the supermarket, which was a good bargain. I'm just wondering if I can if I cut that in half, that might be a bit tight to put I don't want people to get muddled with their bigger size cards. I think I'll cut these down a bit, maybe to 2 inches, so that they can differentiate the card that's meant for their bike and the one that's meant for the background. So I can't see any more comments. I don't know if anyone is commenting, but all I can see is Shaz's latest comment. So if anyone, can you just like put in an emoji or something? Otherwise I'm missing comments. Oh, that's fine. I can just see the comment come through. That's fine, Shaz. No worries at all. I was like, am I talking to myself or is there anyone out there? That's fine. As long as comments are coming through and I know that you're listening, that is no problem. It's just a bit disconcerting sometimes when like you're like, Okay, so that's going to be for the bike. So I'm going to need a few of those. So this bike actually comes from the Fun Wheels stamp set, Fun on Wheels, which kind of you might think is aimed at boys, but I quite like the idea of adapting it to make it a little bit more girly. So I've used it a few times actually, and I wanted it to, like I said, be a bit more girly, going down a sort of vintage girly vibes. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not sure how many ladies I've got tonight. Let me think. I won't do one. There's that person, that person, that person, that person, that one. At least 5 or 6. I read your mind, Shaz. Shaz was wondering where the bike had come from. Yeah. I think, we forget to look at our stamps in a different way, don't we? We kind of think, oh no, that's a boy stamp, I can't use that. But as soon as you stamp it in a different colour or use it in a different way, then it changes. So I'm still at the stage where I'm just kind of creating 4 classes at the moment, which is just the way it is with life and its busyness. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's plenty for the bikes. And then we've got these little tiny pieces here, which are the flowers and then the butterflies. So people are going to need more for that. So the flowers and butterflies, there's quite a few stamp sets and things I'm using here. So I'm using the postage dies with the background, then this wall embossing folder. Now, why is this in here? I don't think I actually need this. Did I use this? Yes, I did. I used this for the flowers, actually. That is this bit here at the background. Why did I choose that one? I don't know. I think I just wanted like a sprig, and so they would stick their flowers on top of the design. That's why I've chosen that one. And then the butterflies and the flowers are from Painted Lavender. And then the dies go with the bike, and then these to go with the other ones. Hello, Ellie. You're not working today. It's 1 in the morning, Anne. What are you doing up? Nice to see you, Ellie. What are you up to today? So, those are for the bikes. And then they'll need, and also the other little tiny feature is this little pot here, because it's like, I'm just trying to think of a way of them being able to stick down the flowers without it being too complicated. So I've actually used the tiny little 1/2-inch punch here, which they'll just punch out of some Lost Lagoon, which I need to make sure I've got some scraps of that somewhere. She says looking around for her scraps. So that'll be that. You're up late. We've all missed seeing you. Hope things have calmed down a bit for you. Thank you, Shaz. That's really sweet. Yeah, things are kind of ticking along. Work is a lot easier now, thankfully, now that I'm back with the little ones. And I'm sort of back enjoying doing that now, which makes such a difference when you enjoy what you're doing. Etsy's going well. It's slowed down a little bit. And then like I said, I've taken up my driving again, which is, I don't know if anybody didn't know, I got myself a little car. Her name's Daisy. She's very, very cute. I love her to bits. And I've started driving. So family circumstances have sort of really threw that into the mix, really, with driving. I just thought I need some ink pads for tonight. Yeah, family circumstances made me think, I think it'd be really helpful if I started driving. So that's what's happened. Started getting back behind the wheel. So I've not driven in over 10 years. I passed my driving test, but I didn't keep up driving. I was a very nervous driver, and I only drove about like once a week, which obviously isn't enough to keep up the driving and not to get nervous. So Ellie's just getting ready for work. Service at 1:30 and new client to meet at 3. Oh, thanks for popping on. Lovely to see you, Ellie. Anne can't sleep at the moment. She's having night sweats. Oh, Anne. Well, I'm so glad of your company. So, yeah, it's quite exciting. And I've been trying to go out to drive every day. So I didn't manage to go out last night. But then I had to go to the doctor's today. So I phoned them up and managed to actually get an appointment, which is a bit of a miracle around here, like most doctors. And it was so nice to have the freedom of them going, can you come in at 10:20? And me going, yeah, I can. And I knew that I could just drive over to the doctor's. And it was so liberating to be able to just be able to do that without having to rely on Matt or somebody else to take me over to the doctor's in time. So yeah, that felt good. I'm wondering if I need to separate these. No, I'll just use those. So those are for the, now they're going to need 2 lots of flowers, aren't they? I didn't think about that. Are they going to be able to squeeze 2 flowers on? No, they're not. Oh, well, I'll just take plenty of scraps and then they can just use what's there. There we go. So has anybody else been card making, or have you been busy with other things? I know not everyone's been well, or you've had other stuff going down. Just cut some more card. There's plenty of card. Seeing if that's big enough for a bike. I'm working Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday now, which kind of sounds idyllic because you think, oh, that's amazing, a long weekend. But in reality, just bear with me, I just need to grab some Lost Lagoon. In reality, it's taken me a little while to get used to it because, like I said, it sounds idyllic getting the long weekend, but what am I trying to say? So come Monday, I'm trying to get all my jobs done on Monday, and then I'm straight back to work on the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday I then have off, and the bigger boys, my husband and Matt and Troy, are back home. Matt has finishes a bit early on work on a Friday, and Troy's home anyway for studies, and then Seth comes home after school. So, you know, family are around, so it's not like a day to myself technically. And then Saturday's busy with more family stuff, and then Sunday's church, and then Monday we're back to having to sort the house back together a little bit after the weekend. So I'm not begrudging the days, and it's probably the best days to have off, if that makes sense. But yeah, it is what it is. I've got used to it. I'm getting used to it, and I've got used to it. And any days off are nice, and I am glad that I can still work part-time. Hey, Levine, nice to see you. Oh, nice to see you, nice to see you. Shazza says she's been making 100 cards for swaps, very last minute. Shaz, is this for on stage or something? What are you making swaps for? So if you've just joined, I'm making, just prepping to make this card for a class I'm doing at church tonight. Trying to remember everything that I need, so it's going to be a little bit of a tricky one because it's quite detailed, but I did warn them last time it will be quite detailed, so I'm going to just make sure I've got all the blocks that I need to take with me as well, because that's something, it's usually, so I always usually forget something like envelopes or card or I don't know, stamps or something. No, I've not forgotten stamps, usually envelopes. So I need that one, and I need to take my machine with me as well, and then the flowers I need. You are going to on stage, amazing. Oh, that's so exciting, Shaz. Oh, yay. I'm so happy for you. I hope you have an amazing time. Enjoy the experience. That's so cool. So my situation with stepping down from Stampin' Up, I was all ready to kind of naturally drop, but then I had some online customers placed orders, and I was like, and it took me over the threshold, so I'm here in the background for a little bit longer. Sorry, I can't chat much. I'm trying to eat my lunch. No worries at all. No worries. I might just have to shoot off. I've just got something to do, and then I might come back on though. So I'm nearly done. But what I might do is clear the desk of this, and then come and stick maybe my flowers on and chat to you about my altered canvas. So if you want to do that, then come back in the mo. I've just got to do a job, and I'll be back in a minute. But thank you for your company. Like I said, please don't go anywhere. If you can rejoin me, I'm going to clear this down and come back again in a few minutes. Thank you ever so much for watching. I'll be back in about 5-10 minutes or so. So watch this space. All right, take care. I'll catch you in a bit, hopefully. Bye for now.